Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about our destination wedding at Beaches Resort in Turks and Caicos.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in today. You're watching That Tech Family. I'm Chelsea, this is Cody, this is Casey, and over here is Charlie. And today we're going to be talking about our destination wedding to Turks and Caicos. We went to the Beaches Resort, I want to say almost 5 years ago. We just celebrated our 5th wedding anniversary, and although we've been together for 10 years, we kind of did things differently. We've been together, we ended up having a child, and when it came to the wedding, oh boy, I think a lot of you, in this day and age, both of us come from divorced parents, which that's perfectly fine, but for my wedding, I really wanted a day I could enjoy, and we started planning it at home to just be on the beach here in Florida. And, along with all that wedding planning stress that many brides encounter, people weren't really getting along. It was turning into, well, is your mom going to be there? Well, is your dad going to be there? Is her new boyfriend going to be there? And so I looked at Cody and I thought, you know what? What if we just had a party at home where we invited everyone, and then the 3 of us, me, him, and our daughter, went away for our wedding? And so we researched some places and we found Beaches, and Beaches is a part of the Sandals chain, but it's the family resort.
Yeah, it's like the family version of Sandals. Sandals is more like the
adult,
for adults.
Yes, the adult only. So we decided on Turks and Caicos, and it was great. I called them and we were able to do a payment plan. I just picked, because it was the 3 of us, we decided to just do like the basic package, since no one was going to be there. And it was absolutely the best wedding honeymoon I could have ever asked for.
Yeah, they call it a wedding moon.
It's a wedding moon. And so we arrived into Turks and Caicos, and first of all, the resort, the grounds are just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Our room, we ended up staying in the Key West villages, which that was kind of new at the time. That was their newest part. They have 5 different villages that you could stay at, and ours was Key West style, so that's what we picked. Our room was great. Everything was included, and when I say everything, I mean all of our alcohol, all of the food, all of the childcare, the wedding, the food for the wedding, everything was taken care of. I think we ended up doing a spa the day of our wedding, which that was extra, but no prices that are out of the ordinary. But for people who are kind of looking for something different, I really recommend maybe looking at something like that, especially if you have a small wedding party.
It was great, yeah.
It was great. So anyway, we got to Turks and Caicos. Our room was beautiful. We had a full kitchen and minibar in the room that they stocked every day. Again, our daughter has celiac disease. And actually, we didn't know she had celiac disease at this time.
No.
At this time, the doctors thought she had a dairy allergy. So, and for anybody who takes dairy out of their diet, it's incredibly difficult. So at that time, I was really worried about food for her and if she was going to be okay. She was literally drinking vanilla almond milk, and I don't know if you've ever tried to get vanilla almond milk out of the country, but it can be incredibly challenging. But Beaches Resort was able to do it for us. I cannot tell you how amazing the experience was. The wedding went off without a hitch. It was absolutely beautiful. They actually had a sitter available for her daughter, so she was supposed to be our flower girl and walk down the aisle. Unfortunately, she fell asleep on the way to the wedding pavilion because we had to take a golf cart, and she was 2 at the time, so she fell asleep, and I tried to wake her up, but she was a total grump about it. So we just kind of removed her. But the wedding itself was beautiful. They had great food. The photography was wonderful. And of course, because it was just him and I mean, we gave the food away to the staff, really.
Yeah.
But it was just such a magical experience. And if you've never been to an all-inclusive resort like Beaches, Turks and Caicos, I encourage you to check it out. They have all sorts of different stuff. I mean, do you want to talk about the food and the different villages?
Yeah, so I mean, there's different places you can stay, and they base them. There's just different themes. There's the Italian village. There's the Key West village. There's what is it? France?
The French. Oh yes,
French. They had the Mediterranean, I think.
Yes.
I don't remember the others.
I think it was Mediterranean.
But there was like little styles, and it was really cool. The French village was like our favorite because we would go over there, and they had like cool little cafes where you could get different kinds of coffee and eat different kinds of sweets and desserts and stuff.
And they had little cats running all around.
Yeah, there were just cats. Like it was cool. It was like Paris. But I mean, the whole place was just amazing. It was beautiful. People were able to go out at night. There was lights everywhere. It was really cool. It was just, and the weather was great. I mean, it was like Florida, but
and we went in December.
Summertime. I mean, it felt really good out. And then the beaches were really nice and well kept. And the water there's a net around it so you can swim and not have to worry about sharks and stuff.
It was cold.
Yeah, I mean, they had like rentals for different boats and stuff you could do. We didn't do that, but I saw that. Then they had the Sesame Street people.
Yes.
So they had like Sesame Street characters walking around the property at all times, like Elmo and
our daughter chased Elmo down.
Yeah,
oh man!
So the kids love that. And then at night they have little parties where they'll have like a little stage area, and then the Sesame Street people will come and they'll do like a little performance, and then the kids can dance. And then out on the main, there's like a giant pool in the middle of the whole place, and they had a performance there. Remember that? That was crazy. They had this huge performance.
They had something going on for us every night, and I want to talk about the food. It was, and then the kids club. But we'll start with the food. The food was phenomenal. The night of our wedding, we actually had our own chef, and they made a separate 5-course meal for us. And that was not, we didn't ask them to do that. They just went ahead and did it. And we went to almost every restaurant there. And I mean, I'm a big foodie. We travel a lot. We go to really nice restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, I take food very seriously, and it was just phenomenal. So really I have to say, for an all-inclusive resort, some of them are hit or miss. Beaches, Turks and Caicos, the food was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The kids club, another just amazing experience. At the time, our daughter was 2, so I was really nervous about leaving her. So we would get in, and they gave us a cell phone, and they would text me. I could text them. They had actual security guards walking around with the children, and they didn't just sit in a room. They would go all over the resort, to the beach. They would have different games to do, and I mean, and here's the thing. Every single staff member knew our daughter's name.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they really took it upon themselves to make you feel comfortable, and so you could relax as parents.
And they give you a phone when you drop your child off. They give you a phone so you can stay in touch if something happens. But yeah, we would run into her. We would just be out doing something. We'd see her and all her friends like out on like a little adventure or something. So that was cool.
Yes. And they, like cruises, the resort also has an adults only area. So we would go to, basically a day for us, we would wake up with her, go have breakfast. After breakfast, we would come back, get our suits on, go to the beach, maybe the pool, hang out for a bit, have lunch, and then we would drop her off at camp. Him and I would kind of go do our own thing, and then we would all get back together, take a nap, and then go back out for dinner, drop her off, and then pick her back up again. I mean, it was just so relaxing. And
it was awesome.
For weddings are tricky because you want all your family there, you want your friends there, but I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And at that time, I just thought that if we were going to spend money on this, that why don't we just do it and enjoy it, like have a vacation out of it, make it a family experience and make it something that was super memorable and just really great. And so we did it, we loved it, and what I mentioned earlier in the video that we had a party, and what we did, instead of having like a reception, because obviously no one was with us, we ended up having just a house party at our house where we invited our family, our friends. It was very casual, and that was kind of like our kickoff. But for people who, and even if you haven't been together, we just had an unconventional, different life. We've been together forever. We had our daughter, and we easily could have gotten married at the courthouse or something. But I wanted my wedding to be memorable, and I wanted to enjoy it. And I can honestly say that I enjoyed every minute of our wedding, and it really was something special because it was our family. It was the two of us, and it just and our daughter. But
it was awesome.
Hi, Casey. I highly recommend you guys to check it out. Since then, we have done other all-inclusive resorts. We've done the beaches in Jamaica and Negril, and we'll make another video about that. Because that one was not as great as the Turks and Caicos one. So that's interesting. You really want to do your research when you're looking at these places. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed our video today. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you make sure you like our video, subscribe, and we hope you found it helpful. So we hope you have a great day.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.